Okay, I bought an Intel 2.5 gigabit network card to stick in my PC so I can connect it to my 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi 6E router, which can offer 2400 megabit. I'm only getting 2100, but you know, it's not in the optimal position. It's pretty close to my PC. It's a dedicated VR router. I even dropped a bit more. I did a speed test earlier, so that's from my computer to this headset, which is a Quest Pro. And you see the download now exceeds a gigabit, because before it capped out around 900 like the upload here. I expected higher, but you know, that's hell of a good. And you can see we're actually only using about 400 megabits of actual data, and that's the highest I can set virtual desktop to. And this is using a much older codec, the H.264, simply because it's got a much faster decoding time. You can see there like 8 to 9, and you can get that down to 5 if you reduce the bit rate. But you can see the overall round trip's 38 milliseconds, which is fantastic. This is Half-Life, Alex, and believe it or not, on my computer, even with this card, I think the CPU's capped out. It's a 13400. It struggles up to about 9 milliseconds, and you can see it's starting going amber. So even though the graphics card is quite potent, the Deca core, but 6 performance core i5 13th gen, just doesn't quite have the single thread performance to keep up with this game. I'm bringing this up because the built-in Ethernet of the motherboard originally is a gigabit Realtek, and basically the speeds were pretty similar to this. 200 off for download, but who cares when you've only got 400 megabit tops. But here's the strange thing. I've been using it for 10 minutes now, and there's been no jitters. This doesn't make a lick of sense. So if I close that. Oh no, I can't close that. Can I hide that? Hide this? I can't leave. Yeah, I'm trapped now. I want to get back to the game. I've not figured out this new menu yet. I would like to leave and return to the game. Thank you. Back game. Right, networking. There you go. Not great. But anyway, with this Intel card, believe it or not, apart from that glitch, just then, I've been using it for 10 minutes, and what I attributed to bad Wi-Fi or just unlucky Wi-Fi seems to have stopped. Every now and again I get just a little hitch. You know, just once every 60 seconds you get a little 1 second hitch. And you know, that followed the new router, even with its better speeds and 6 gigahertz, and I was like, well, it's just the nature of things. But now I've switched to an Intel-based network card. I know it's 2.5 gigabit, but I don't think that's the business. I think the business is Realtek cards are budget, and even though it lists like hardware, TX offloading, ARP offloading, all that, you know, goodness, so does the Intel one. This is actually a Dell network card I bought second hand, so even second hand it costs 30 quid. So you can see it's not a cheap network card, and it's in the PCI Express 3x ×1, you know, your additional port on your motherboard. It's a cheapy A620 motherboard or something, whatever. The budget is a budget motherboard. But I swear, changing the Ethernet, ignoring its extra speed, just changing the Ethernet to like an Intel branded Ethernet, and this thing's running smooth. Don't worry about that weird shadow that pops in and out. I don't know why it does that. See, I'm running a 400 megabit stream, and the network used to just get a little amber hitch on it every now and again, and then it'd calm down because it's like an average over time. And it just hasn't done that since I put an Intel card in. So if you've got a Realtek Ethernet, you know, it could be worth upgrading to an Intel one. I mean, I'm not saying you have to go to 2.5 gigabit. I mean, what's the point if you haven't got a 2.5 gigabit router? But you know, you're doing those things. Enjoy the well, I think I'm enjoying extra stability. So yeah, there's maybe a pro tip for you there. Can't tell you exactly what Intel this is. It was like an i215 or something, but it was a Dell 2.5 gigabit Intel based network card, and I think it's the other half of the bloody puzzle. I will keep you updated on the stability. But I hate Realtek. I have problems professionally at work with them. With their Wi-Fi cards especially. I mean, they work, but they always have problems with things like Miracast. But I always buy an Intel card and upgrade the laptops. But I'm going to become like an Intel zealot now, because it's going to be everything Intel, I think, from now on. Enough rambling.